It is summer 1987. A group of women and children are standing on a hillside next to an enormous cooking pot. This is a squatter settlement in a deprived area of Lima called El Agustino in Peru. There is something theatrical about this image, as if people were performing some kind of role in it. My research is about photographs taken by people who live in this area in the 1980s and 1990s. This was part of a photography project set up by a German couple who were interested in promoting a sense of community cohesion and civic engagement. Local people got access to cameras to document their everyday life. My methodology is qualitative, and it uses discourse analysis and semiotics to try to understand what these images are telling us about people from El Agustino. So far, there are three key findings that have come up in my study. The first one, these images were challenging what it means to be a slum dweller in Peru. In fact, they were creating an alternative representation of slum dwellers beyond narratives of pain and suffering. Second, these images were actually reminding people of the sort of behavior and values that were needed in a community like this. Third, there is a pedagogical dimension to these images, which invites the viewers to think about the reality more critically. Often when we think about the word utopia, we think of a perfect society somewhere in the future, which is unattainable. In these photographs, I argue people were documenting utopia in the making, something that, for many reasons that I explain in my study, never came to fruition. Nonetheless, what they tried to achieve, and the way they represented this visually in these photographs, is telling us something about these people, is telling us something about their lifestyles and how they imagine themselves, but more importantly, what it is to be human in troubled times. Thank you.